Today we're going to look at how to change your backgrounds while using Google Meet. So you can either set virtual backgrounds or you can blur your backgrounds. And you can do this in a couple different places depending on where you are in the Meet. You could do this before you get in, or you could do this while you're in the middle of the meeting. And what's neat is kids also have the blur background and virtual background features available to them on their Chromebooks. So this is something that if they're uncomfortable sharing their backgrounds or where they are staying, they can use that blur feature to block it out. So we're going to go ahead and look at the first way you can change your background, which is going to be before you even join the Meet. So you can see here, we're not even in the meeting yet. You have the ability to turn your microphone and camera off before you enter, or you can change your background. So if you click on that icon in the lower right-hand corner, you can see that by default, backgrounds are turned off. But if we want to put the background just slightly out of focus, we can blur our backgrounds. If we want to take it just a little bit more out of focus and completely blur it, we can click here. But you may have noticed that pop-up that came up that said your computer may run slowly while this is happening. And you also might notice that there's a little bit of lag with the video and the audio right now. So keep that in mind when making these suggestions and using this with your students. You also have this list here that you can scroll through of preset virtual backgrounds, which are pretty neat because you can see you could use them and you don't really need a green screen to make them super effective. So that is something that you can play around with and share with your kids. But for now, I'm going to turn them off, and then we'll go into the meeting and I'll show you how to change this. So we're going to go ahead and click join now. And once we're in, you can see that icon's not readily available anymore. So it's going to be hiding under our more options, which is down here in the lower right-hand corner, that 3 little vertical dots. I like to call it the snowman. And we click on that. And if you go right up there to change background, you can see it's the same icon as we saw before. And now we have the exact same options that we saw to either slightly blur, completely blur, or change to something fun and virtual.